The Atlanta Hawks was my team this season of being the most improved team in the NBA with having Trae Young, the dynamic point guard that can give you 30 and 10 a night. John Collins, the high-flying, shooting three, jumping ability, power forward that fits today's NBA. Then you have the young wings and DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish that can give you 3-and-D vibes with a little bit of off-dribble scoring. Then they had a great free agency on paper. Rondo, Danilo Gallinari, and Bogodovic. So on paper, this team should be a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? What makes up a playoff team is star player, maybe one or two, great depth, and chemistry. I think the Hawks on paper have all of that. Trae Young is obviously their star player. They have depth with the young guys. Kevin Huerter, a name as well. Then you have the young vets that can just guide the young guys through the rigorous NBA season. But it's not the case. Nah, the Hawks' first sin was putting Kevin Huerter in an MLK jersey post on Twitter. You knew what you was doing, bro. Don't act like you didn't know what you was doing. Now, since that post, February, what is February? Black History Month. The Hawks are 1-7 during Black History Month. Now, I'm not saying it's because of putting Kevin Huerter, pasty self, in an MLK jersey. Whole team is black. And with that last night, the Hawks just let Julius Randle hit for 40 points. Julius Randle, bro. We not talking about, you know what I'm saying, Damian Lillard, Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, LeBron. Julius Randle, who has been balling this season. I love Julius Randle. You know what I'm saying? He was part of the baby Lakers back in 2014, 2015 type of thing. How did y'all let him get 40 points? You know what I'm saying? He hit 7 threes, all left hand, everything. He's going to the left side, and y'all let that happen. I think the Atlanta Hawks have to do something quickly because this team is literally breaking down from the seams. Trae Young can give you 30 and 10 like I said, but his defense is literally the worst in the league. Now, I'm not saying he's the worst defender, but I think he has the worst impact on defense just because he plays a lot of those minutes. Trae Young only played 25, 26, 27 minutes. The defensive impact wouldn't be that negative on the Hawks, but since he plays 35 minutes and he's the whole offense, yeah, you're going to get that work. Trae Young. John Collins, who I think on paper sounds like a good fit. He's a great lob target for Trae Young. He can fit next to Clint Capella because he can shoot the three ball, but it's chemistry issues, bro. I think John Collins wants out because I don't think the Hawks want to offer him a lot of money in his next contract, and John Collins wants the big boy money. So I think it's a disconnect between the front office and John Collins. And then John Collins, as you know, they was in a meeting, and John Collins said that they want the Hawks to share the ball more and not having the ball in Trae Young's hands. That might have started everything, the demise of everything, but on paper, it sounds good. I think the Hawks are bad because of DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter was the glue of the whole team, in my opinion. DeAndre Hunter is averaging 17 points a game, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Mind you, he's doing this while also guarding the best wing or forward guard, period, on the defensive side. And that's very impactful in the NBA when you can get buckets for yourself and also stop somebody else from doing the same thing to you. And when he went down, that's when everything collided, because you would think Cam Reddish can do the same thing, but he can't do it the same thing on both ends like DeAndre Hunter. And we know for damn well Trae Young not doing it, Kevin Huerter is not doing it, John Collins is not doing it. So DeAndre Hunter was the guy that held everybody together and made the Hawks look like a good competent team. And going back on Reddish, I want more from Cam Reddish. I know he's young. I know it's only his second year, so you can't expect him to be a positive player on the team that's trying to get to the playoff. He probably would have been better if he had his own team or been on another losing team, but you know what I'm saying? You got to roll with the dice. And he has not been efficient on both ends of the floor like I would think he would. Still having them problems that he had at Duke. Like, he is looked at as a prospect as a great shooter. He has good mechanics. You know what I'm saying? He's aggressive. He's a big guy. He can defend. But when you look at his numbers, 37% from the field, 26% from three, that's horrible, bro. I don't care who you are. You cannot shoot those numbers and nobody's talking about it. Now, I'm not saying they should bench him, but something should be changed in how he gets his shots. I seen a game last against the Magic, I think, and Cam Reddish literally shot every three like he's shooting 40% from the three-point line. No, bro. Take your ass in the paint. Get some foul calls. Don't get me started on this trash free agency that they picked up. Rondo was supposed to, you know what I'm saying, mentor Trae Young, be that vet off the bench when Trae Young goes to the bench, because you don't want Trae Young to play 40 minutes a night. So have Rondo play like 20, 22 and get some load off from Trae. Rondo fooled y'all. It's playoff Rondo and that's it. It has been like 2 instances of Rondo playing actually good basketball. It was for the Pelicans in the playoffs, and it was for the Lakers in the playoffs. If y'all don't remember, Rondo was trash the whole regular season. I wanted Rondo off my team during that time. But when the playoffs kick in, he turned to a different beast. But that's the thing. It will be no playoff Rondo if the Hawks don't get to the playoffs. Rondo's out there just running. He's just running laps, getting cardio. He ain't doing nothing on the basketball court. Gallinari, I thought he was going to be a big signing for the Hawks. I thought he was going to start and actually be like the second or third scorer on that team. That man is averaging 10 points, barely. I don't know if age hit him father time, but this man is not even being a good vet in my opinion. Danilo Gallinari is struggling, and it's not like he's missing shots. He's shooting good from the three-point line, and at this point of his career, I think he's a deep ball threat. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's that scorer he once was even last year. So him shooting 38% from the three-point line is decent, but I think they should draw up more looks from him. At way more than goddamn Cam Reddish. 26% is not doing nothing for you. And we got Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter problem is they put him in an MLK jersey during Black History Month. And if y'all don't know, bro, I am kidding. Don't get mad in my comments. If you don't understand the satire, it's your fault. Now, all this struggling comes to the decision, should Lloyd Pierce be fired? Now, if the Hawks fire Lloyd Pierce during Black History Month, I will come down to Atlanta, Georgia myself, go see Dominique Wilkins, and we're going to have to go toe-to-toe. Now, but I do think if they don't improve, Lloyd Pierce will be the first coach to be fired. I'm watching games, and then Lloyd Pierce doesn't stagger his best players. Now, that's coaching 101. If you have 2 good players among the same tier of talent, you stagger one, so you always have one on the floor at all times. Because if you don't, your team is lost. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, Trae Young. Now, the second best player, in my opinion, talent-wise, is John Collins, at least when DeAndre Hunter is out. I like DeAndre Hunter as a prospect more than John Collins because DeAndre is a wing, and I love wings that can shoot and can play defense because you can literally do a lot of things on the basketball floor. But John Collins is still giving you 18 points a game while dunking, while rebounding, while shooting the 3, which is very valuable in the NBA. And Lloyd Pierce doesn't do that. So I don't know what he's trying to do. Is the rotation too long? Maybe saying cut some people short from the rotation. It's hard because for free agency, you pay a lot of money for these guys and they all are underperforming. It's hard to like cut their minutes or cut them from the rotation. Also, Lloyd Pierce doesn't put the ball in his best player's hands like with 6 minutes to go. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of team, pass the ball, move the ball type of basketball. That doesn't work when your players are not that good. You know what I'm saying? Trae Young should have the ball in his hands. I want to see at least 3 to 4 pick and rolls during that stretch of the fourth quarter because that's the most efficient basketball from the Hawks perspective. It's not nothing else. It's not a John Collins post up. It's not no Kevin Huerter floppy action. It's not no down screen. Ain't none of that. It's Trae Young and get out the way. That'll be all for this video, bro. Make sure you like and subscribe. Y'all have not been hitting that like button recently, bro. Hit that like button. Am I not making good videos? But all right, man. Subscribe if you're new, man. I'm out. Peace.